In ancient Athens, during a time when philosophy was blossoming like the vibrant flowers of spring, there lived a wise thinker named Plato. Born into an aristocratic family, Plato was destined for greatness, but it was his passion for knowledge and truth that would define his legacy. One day, while walking through the bustling agora, Plato overheard a group of men engaged in a heated debate about the nature of reality. Intrigued, he approached them and listened intently. They were discussing whether the world they saw around them was the true reality or merely a shadow of something greater. This conversation ignited a spark in Plato's mind, and he realized that he wanted to explore this question further. Determined to seek wisdom, Plato sought out his mentor, Socrates, a man known for his relentless questioning and pursuit of truth. Under Socrates' guidance, Plato learned to challenge assumptions and think critically about the world. Together they wandered the streets of Athens, engaging in dialogues with anyone willing to discuss philosophy. One day, during a particularly thought-provoking conversation, Socrates posed a question that would haunt Plato for years. What is the essence of justice? This question stirred something deep within him, and he vowed to find an answer. After Socrates' tragic death, Plato felt a profound sense of loss, but also a renewed determination to carry on his mentor's legacy. He traveled to various lands, seeking knowledge from scholars and thinkers in Egypt and Persia. Each encounter enriched his understanding of philosophy, but he still felt that something was missing. Returning to Athens, Plato established a school called the Academy, where he gathered students eager to explore the depths of philosophical thought. Among them was a young man named Aristotle, who would later become one of history's greatest philosophers. Together, they delved into discussions about ethics, politics, and metaphysics. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky with hues of orange and purple, Plato gathered his students to share a story that had been forming in his mind. He spoke of a mythical realm known as the realm of forms, a place where perfect ideals existed beyond the imperfect shadows of the physical world. Imagine, he began, a world where every concept has a perfect form: beauty, justice, goodness. The things we see around us are mere reflections of these ideals. Just as shadows dance on the cave wall, so too do our lives reflect these higher truths. The students listened intently as Plato described how most people live in a cave, mistaking shadows for reality. But through philosophy and reason, one could escape the cave and ascend into the light of true understanding. This allegory would later become known as the allegory of the cave, one of his most famous teachings. As the years passed, Plato continued to write dialogues, exploring various philosophical themes. His works challenged people to think critically about their beliefs and encouraged them to seek knowledge beyond mere appearances. The dialogues were not just theoretical musings, they were invitations to engage in the quest for truth. Plato's influence spread far beyond Athens. His ideas laid the groundwork for Western philosophy and education. His academy became a beacon of learning that inspired generations of thinkers who followed. In his later years, Plato reflected on his journey, the debates in the agora, the teachings of Socrates, and the countless discussions with his students. He realized that the pursuit of truth was not just an intellectual endeavor, it was a way of life. It required courage to question, humility to learn, and wisdom to understand.